So welcome back to a brand new video, brand new update here on Shiba Doge. You can see here the price is down 17.25% over the last 24 hours. However, the trading volume is up almost over 100%, 762,000. Market cap sitting just over 42 million. Ethereum-based ERC20 project, you can see over the last day, last 7 days, last month, definitely it has fallen from where we did see it at the end or at the end of January, beginning of February. But I do believe, again, bearish market right now overall, but we're going to get back to these levels. Bullish on Shiba Doge personally and transparent. To keep it transparent, I have a bag of Shiba Doge as well. Some significant updates today here on Shiba Doge, project we've been covering on this channel for a while now. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. If you're unfamiliar with Shiba Doge, whales of Shiba Doge, Shiba and Dogecoin coming together to create one community. And again, they're the first project, in my opinion, that really did this. Their short-term goal, combined market cap of both cryptos, Shiba and Dogecoin, is around 40 billion or above 40 billion, and it represents 5 million token holders. So their short-term goal was to, get 1% of that audience, which would be 50,000 holders and a $400 million market cap. So by focusing on the 1%, they believe they can bring people together as the community embraces SHIB Doge. Now, this is, again, a project I've been covering for a while now. Taking a look here at the Shiba Doge Twitter, some significant news here, right? So first and foremost, there is a Telegram AMA happening with the team in 6:30 p.m. 15 minutes. So this was actually yesterday, so this probably already happened. So we can honestly, disregard this, I guess, essentially. But nonetheless, this is what I'm excited about. A couple of things I'm excited about. This first, today begins our partnership with Wallstreetbets. They'll be spreading the word of Shiba Doge all week starting today. Now, I'm going to go ahead and retweet this live on my Twitter. Go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter at GainShark. But, however, this is significant because we've known kind of what happened, or we know kind of what happens here, where Wallstreetbets takes hold of any stock, any sort of, I guess, just asset in general. And what happens, when they start pushing these types of projects or stocks. Not saying they push these stocks intentionally, but you guys know what I mean, and I think this is very, very significant and definitely some very bullish news. All right, so coming down here, eat, sleep, buy, dip, and repeat the circle of life. You can buy Shiba Doge with a credit card, realshibadoge.com, right? But this is what I wanted to talk about today specifically, you guys, is this Medium article here that Shiba Doge has put out on February 19th, and they have a vision planned for the next 888 years, right? So you've probably maybe heard about this already. If you're a Shiba Doge holder, you definitely probably have. Just if you're looking to stay informed about a project, you probably have heard this news. But we're just going to go over this Medium article. I think this is very, very significant, and I like that they put this kind of content out for their holders. So we'll just briefly kind of go through it. We're not going to read this word for word, but as I sit here writing this, I realize the importance and meaning of this document. I do not take lightly the responsibility of laying out an 880-year vision that will serve as a foundational document to our ever-growing community for years to come. I will personally not know the impact of this vision, nor can I guarantee that it had any impact at all. I also realize that a 100-year plus vision may be equally as effective, but a higher target, even if we as a community don't see it to completion, sets the precedent for a basis thinking that has no boundaries. So the purpose of publishing this document is to lay the groundwork for what may be a community that lives in 2100 and beyond, to carry forward our original values into what may end up being Web 4, 5, and 6, or something entirely different. Obviously, we don't know where the internet or where the webs and cryptocurrency and NFTs, we don't know where they're going to go. Obviously, for me personally, I think they're headed in a very bullish direction for us individuals now that are interested in them, or have stake in them or whatever. But obviously we don't know, right? It's kind of a blurry future. Not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing, but we just don't know kind of what's going to happen. So you can see here, now you imagine going forward in time just 888 years to the year 2910. And what will they remember of us today? COVID-19, the names of national leaders, or perhaps not. Perhaps they will remember blockchains, NFTs, and DAOs. Perhaps that they will remember that these technologies were the beginning of not a new world order, but a new galactic order, an order that empowers individuals to their own lives, control their own destiny, and ensure their personal privacy. And it's kind of crazy to think about. This is just this, a little anecdote that I've been thinking about, is that it's pretty crazy to think about that, like, down the line, this is the generation right now that we're currently in. This is the beginning, right, of blockchains, NFTs, and DAOs, cryptocurrency as a whole. We are in the beginning right now. Still, obviously, extremely, extremely early on. You think about cryptocurrency, you think about exchanges, you think about NFTs, you think about the way NFTs are bought, the way they're used. In 10 years from now, it's going to be absolutely insane, right? And anyone that's involved with crypto, blockchain, NFTs, anything like that, it's not going anywhere, right? You know for sure that if you bought or traded or done anything with crypto, it's not going anywhere. Right, so none of us will obviously be around to see what's going to happen in the 888 years, but their vision is that human society today is at an inflection point that will change the trajectory of civilization, not just on Earth, but throughout the galaxy and perhaps the universe. Right? The reality is 2009-10 is beyond all of our imaginations, but the timeline of progress, right? So just take this in. This is kind of an example of what, Shiba Doge is trying to do, right? So great investors look to invest in ideas, vision, and mission. They don't trade, they invest. They adhere to a core set of principles that guide and provide reassurance during uncertain times. Do these investors have the same fears that all of us do? Certainly, we're not AI. However, their commitment to the long-term vision is what separates them from the herd. And just kind of piggybacks on what I talk about on this channel is if you truly believe in a project, it's important to buy, remain patient, and hold. Take, for example, the numerous crises that companies like Amazon faced throughout the years, whether those supply shortages, technological failures, or the housing market collapse, 9/11, you name it. Through all these potential disastrous occurrences for Amazon, they remain and thrive today. So the proof is in the pudding. You're probably wondering what this has to do with crypto and Shiba Doge. Well, the window of time for early investors in Shiba, as well as for many other tokens, was even shorter than all those combined. At the start of 2021, a single SHIB token could have been purchased for a microscopic fraction of a penny, 10 zeros to be exact. 12 months later, the price dropped 6 zeros and delivered more than 45 million% return. To put this in perspective, $5 invested and held at the beginning of 2021 would have made you a multimillionaire at the start of 2022. It's a new world, people. You see. I think you guys are kind of probably already knew this, but I mean, if you just take that in, $5 invested at the beginning of 2021 would make you multimillionaire at the start of 2022. Absolutely insane. Speculators believe that the crypto market will bring upon the next age of humanity. As it stands today, crypto as a whole is already a multi-trillion-dollar market. And is heralded to surpass everything that has come before it. An entire revolution is emerging that will fundamentally change the entire basis of how society interacts and connects with each other. Irrespective of how crypto evolves, the foundations will propel us to the next stage of evolution. So why decentralization? And really, I recommend you guys checking out this article on your own because it's very well put together, right? The depth of this article is much more than just talking about Shiba Doge specifically. It's really, pretty enlightening, honestly, who wrote this article, actually. I was not going to say who wrote this article, but it is very, very much so an interesting read and very enlightening if you've just been a holder of crypto for a while now. But just take a look at this, the future of Shiba Doge. We're just going to go through this quickly because I don't want this video to be too much longer. But contract renouncing, at some point in the future, the time will come to renounce their smart contract. That means the future changes are no longer possible, and the additional innovation will be limited to the confines of the existing framework. Hyperinflationary tokenomics adjustment. Because they have a free and open marketplace to exchange tokens, the transaction tax was designed to reward holders through components of scarcity reflections and supporting liquidity. Right, the 5% tax that is currently there, they're saying it could change over time. That's why their tokenomics are incredibly important. We designed the tokenomics to exist well beyond their time. So obviously, with things change, tokenomics should change as well. 888-year liquidity lock. Long after we pass the generations upon us, generations have come and gone. Our liquidity pool will remain locked. Some might ask why only 888 years. Well, I firmly believe that it's impossible to see that far into the future. It is irresponsible for us to make a determination of caliber beyond this period of time. 888 years provides security for our community for generations to come. Unity DAO. There's going to be obviously a DAO. A healthy community is one that self-governs. You can see here they will be creating a DAO with the purpose to govern the project's future. Open source protocols coming as well. And that's really all I want to cover here. I mean, This article is so well done. You can see here, now we have come to the foundation, Shiba Doge. There is one overriding reason why: unity. Nothing we have described thus far is possible without uniting among people. Yet today we hear pundits, politicians, and talking heads speak of conflict and civil war. So we must start small. The great ideas stand on the shoulder of giants, but first the giants must stand solid and implaceable ground. We start with Shiba Doge because the idea of warring community between Dogecoin devotees and Shiba Inu devotees, to be blunt, petty. No grander reality is possible unless we validate and test our vision by proving what is achievable at the very concrete level. Right, so extremely bullish on Shiba Doge as a long-term hold. I think it's always been a long-term play for me. Obviously, check out this Medium article. The links are all on our Twitter and things like that. But hit that subscribe button, you guys. Hit the notification bell. Drop a like on this video, and as always, have a great day.